Hello everyone. I'm here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, on a road called Jalan Ampang, and I'm going to be walking along this road and actually end up showing you the Petronas Towers, the world famous Petronas Towers. They're actually right there, but in the distance. Unfortunately, some of the trees are blocking the view, but you'll get a good view in a moment. And along this road, Jalan Ampang, there are some interesting things to see. And yeah, this is I would definitely consider this the city center area of Kuala Lumpur, and it's pretty nice. This here is the Renaissance Hotel, and I'm actually staying in a building right next to the Renaissance Hotel. Yeah, why don't I just show the sign to you so you can believe me. Okay, so see here, this is the Renaissance Hotel, and I'm not staying there, but I'm staying at a building next to it. And just wanted to show you this sign here. As I mentioned, this road is called Jalan Ampang. So this is the road we're going to walk along. Okay, so fortunately, there's a lot of trees. I mean, I do like trees, but in terms of seeing the towers, they are kind of blocking the view. Ah, okay, here we go. Fantastic. We've got a good view here now. I'm gonna walk a little bit closer to get you a better view. Okay, there you go. World famous Petronas Towers. Right there. And I've been there at least one time before I came on this trip several years back. I actually went there last night, but in terms of previous times I've been to KL, I was there at least one time before, and it is really cool, that building, or the towers. Okay, so now this here on my left is the, see if I have a better sign here, but I believe it's actually the High Commission of Pakistan, and this is an interesting sign here. And this, by the way, strangely, that's Andre the Giant, a famous wrestler, a sign of him. Okay, but anyway, this is the High Commission of Pakistan, and interestingly, High Commission is basically synonymous with embassy. So this is the embassy of Pakistan. So in former British colonies, now called Commonwealth nations, well, they were always called Commonwealth, but anyway, so countries that are Commonwealth, like Pakistan was part of the British Empire, they are called High Commissions often, not just embassy. But this is synonymous with embassy, just for historical reasons, called High Commission. Anyway, so it looks kind of nice. Nothing super impressive, but it's big enough for an ambassador to live there. Though it doesn't look like it could handle a large capacity of people going there every day, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so moving on here. Across the street, that's a Malaysia tourism center. Kind of interesting. maybe I would visit that sometime. Here's a parking place on my left. This here is an ad about advertising. So meta advertising. So anyway, an ad advertising if you want to use them to place your ads. Okay, now on the right there, it's kind of interesting. Might be worth visiting.
It's me.
Okay, so I don't really know what's in this area, but got my eye on the goal, which is the Petronas Towers. They're not actually that far away, and they're very tall. And by the way, KL Tower is also really interesting to visit, and KL Tower is within walking distance of here. At least what I would define as walking distance. Okay, so now we got a good view with no more trees blocking the view. Those are the towers again. And as a reminder, I was walking from the Renaissance Hotel here in Kuala Lumpur. Okay, so on the left here is Hotel Maya. It's probably a nice hotel, though I haven't been inside. And I just want to show you some of the skyline. Okay, cool. So there, that is KL Tower. Well, it's difficult to focus on that. But anyway, so KL Tower and Petronas Towers are very close to each other. Well, not super close, but as I've said before, within walking distance. And actually, I'll just need to cross two roads and I'll basically be right at the Petronas Towers. And this here is just a bus map. And I can't recall ever having taken a bus in KL. Maybe I have years ago, but I definitely haven't taken one for a while. But I have taken the metro a few times, either the LRT or other trains. And here on the left, I'll show you. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe that's the name of the company that made this. Here's the British Malaysian Chamber of Commerce. So you can get a better view there. And here is the symbol for the British Council. Okay, so basically across the street. Oh, nice. So I guess I'm able to cross the street here, though I need to use caution. Oh, never mind. I guess people just ran a red light. Just passed. Okay, so now I am very close to the towers. And you should be able to see them right now. And among other things, there's been a few interesting movies with these towers in them. And one of them had Sean Connery. I don't remember the name of the movie, but in any case, it was kind of a thriller. And KL does definitely, in my opinion, seem to be a nice city to be in. It's been several years since I have been back to Malaysia, but I'm definitely impressed. I think it's better than the last time I came. Although the cost of living may have gone up. Okay. So now, as I've mentioned, I just need to basically cross one more road. And again, the towers are behind me. So just need to wait for the ability to cross the road. The right to cross the road, I guess. More of the and when I was here last night, actually the towers are so tall that near the top actually often there's clouds blocking clouds obscuring the top. Though here from the ground they don't look that tall, but at nighttime they look really tall. At least that's my perception. And definitely don't like waiting more traffic, but anyway, due to traffic, I think it's probably a good idea. And behind me is a public bank. Okay, so hopefully we'll be crossing soon. This is a bit annoying. I don't like waiting, but it's okay. I'll show you more of this. Okay, finally crossing. And there do seem to be a lot of tourists on the outside. Today is Saturday, so maybe that makes some sense. Okay. Last night I was able to walk in through this area, but I guess they've closed it up a bit more. Need to find another way. But anyway, the skyline I think looks quite nice in KL. Here's a truck selling Milo. So for fans of Milo, that's pretty interesting. I definitely like Nestle. Here's a truck selling some kind of drinks and snacks. And here in Malaysia and also Singapore, I think they would call them hawkers, or someone who sells food on the side of the road. They're usually called hawkers. And years ago, when I lived in Singapore, I learned about that. And in any case, so this anyway is I am on the outside of the towers now. And there's a bridge in the middle connecting the two, which is kind of cool. And now, to show you a bit more of the towers. Oh, and as I mentioned, the actual KL tower is right there. There, yeah. Okay, and anyway, so these are the Petronas Towers. And I think they look quite nice. And so now I'm gonna take you to basically the front of the building. And this is where you could buy tickets to go. I think you can buy tickets to go across the bridge between these two buildings, and also there's a mall inside. So if you want to do some shopping, they have a nice mall inside. Okay, so I'm going to show you the main entrance. And also the Malaysian Philharmonic Orchestra is here, interestingly. Or at least there's an office here. I've seen ads for the orchestra inside. Okay, and so this is the main entrance. Okay, so I'm just gonna walk inside, show you the entrance here, and there's a sign for the Malaysian Philharmonic Orchestra. And here are some, I believe, F1 racing cars. And now finally, this here is a shopping mall. Okay. So as a recap of this video, I walked from basically the Renaissance Hotel in Kuala Lumpur, and I walked along a road called Jalan Ampang, and basically so I walked and I showed you the basically the Embassy of Pakistan and some other buildings, and finally we walked to the Petronas Towers. Okay, and we're here in Kuala Lumpur, and by the way, these towers are very famous. Probably the most famous buildings in Malaysia, if I'm not mistaken. The most famous skyscraper, at least. And anyway, so I'd appreciate if you give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and finally, if you want to leave a comment, feel free to do so. Thank you.